John was arrested wrongfully by a judge in the middle of a hearing.
Mr. Olash, you're getting ready to be held in contempt. Mr. Olash. Okay, he's in contempt. We're shutting it
Oh, LMPD has a history of hiding behind video. That is a known fact. 3 minutes later, she brings him back into the courtroom. This is what the media didn't show you.
You must follow the law. The law says this. Is it a lawsuit? Probably. Why not?
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law with attorney Larry Foreman. Folks, today we're going to be doing something special once again. We are going to cover a hearing from my former partner, John Olash. He's a good friend, a colleague, a member in the community, a lawyer in the community, and we go way, way, way back. As a matter of fact, John Olash was responsible for my first job. Thanks to him. He was the one who first hired me. Thanks to him, I had an office, and he launched my career by introducing me to everyone in the Jefferson County courthouse. So a little fun fact. Now today we are going to talk about how John was arrested wrongfully by a judge in the middle of a hearing. So what are the facts? The client's name is Mr. Thompson. Jeremiah Thompson was accused back in November of 2024 of shooting 2 police officers. There was no death involved, but he allegedly shot them. They pinned him to the ground and they tried to arrest him, disarm him, etc. Mr. Olash is representing Mr. Thompson. Judge Langford is presiding over the hearing. Judge Langford has been a judge for quite some time, and as you will see, and this is what I want you to pay attention to, as to how this hearing evolves. Now, we're going to cut all the fat, as always. You know, I don't like wasting your time, and you guys know me by now. I don't like wasting your time. I don't like wasting my time. So we're going to cut to the chase. We're going to cut immediately to the most important piece, which is the beginning of the cross-examination of the police officer. It's only a few minutes long, and we're going to dissect what's happening leading up to John being arrested by Judge Langford. You heard that right. She is going to put him in handcuffs and take him into custody. Let's see how that happened. And the biggest question, was she justified? Let's find out.
down after this hearing, okay? So I don't even know if we're going to get a lunch at all. All right, so if you're not as a part of this hearing, I'm excusing you until 1 o'clock, okay? All right, Mr. Olash.
Good afternoon, Sergeant Lady. How you doing?
Doing good. How you doing?
Okay. You got involved after the shooting, is that right?
Correct. Our unit got called out after the incident occurred.
Okay. And so you weren't on the scene at all when this took place, is that right? And you got involved because
Could you pause 1 moment, please? We will not be calling any other cases until 1. If you want to turn that into the deputy, if this is your client, you can let them know we will not be calling any other cases until 1 o'clock. This hearing is past our closing time, okay? I'm sorry, Mr. Olash. I'm just trying to control the courtroom.
I understand.
All right.
Oh, thank you. I look at the citation, and you prepared the citation, is that correct? And you prepared the citation before or after you looked at the body cams?
I had reviewed some body cam footage, but also had spoken with other PIU investigators that had spoke to other officers that reviewed body cam, and I've reviewed some of the involved officers' body cams before.
Okay, so when you prepared the citation,
Immediately, right out of the gate, Olash asked the officer a very simple question. Did you write the citation before or after you reviewed the body camera footage? This is very important for his case because if the officer had reviewed the footage and then wrote a citation versus wrote the citation and then reviewed the footage, his citation could be tainted by the video evidence, which is not proper. You're supposed to outline the facts as you know them and as you see them, not through someone else's eyes, like an officer's body cam or another officer's body cam, but from your own memory, right? So the question is legitimate, and the fact that right out of the gate, the officer is dancing around the question and he starts answering all sorts of things leading up to and finally gives the answer shows that he is a little shady. Let's see what happens.
you had already looked at some of the body cams, right?
Yes.
And you had conducted partial interviews, is that right?
I had reviewed or gotten information from other investigators from the information they obtained from those interviews.
Okay. And you work as a sergeant in the Public Integrity Unit, is that right?
Public Integrity Unit with LMP.
Okay. And what does that mean?
The Public Integrity Unit, we investigate any crimes committed by Metro government employees. We also investigate any type of officer-involved incident. So,
Have you or someone you love been injured as a result of someone else's negligence? Or worse, lost a loved one because of it? I am attorney Larry Foreman, and myself and my team of trial lawyers are ready to help you to get the absolute maximum compensation permissible under the law. We know the system. We understand how to win. Anywhere in the United States, 24 hours a day. 1-844-774-HURT. Call us. We can help. So, let's take a look at the citation. Officer Lady wrote, officers were dispatched to the area of the listed location on a report of a stolen vehicle with a broken window. When officers arrived, they located the listed subject standing in front of the listed location next to the listed vehicle. The vehicle is a gray 2018 Kia Soul valued over $10,000 and was reportedly stolen on November 18th, 2024 under another LMPD report number. The subject admitted to driving the vehicle, and after officers confirmed the vehicle was stolen, they attempted to detain the subject. The subject began resisting, and officers took the subject to the ground. The subject laid face down with his hands underneath his torso and refused to give the officers his hands. Officers attempted to gain control of his hands when the subject discharged a round from a Glock 26 with 2 serial numbers. The round struck the subject in the torso and right arm, and struck an officer in the right hand, causing serious physical injury requiring surgery, and struck a second officer in the left leg near his knee. A third officer was trying to gain control of the subject, but wasn't struck by the projectile. So as we just heard, Officer Lady has interviewed some of these people. However, we don't know for certain if he has watched the body cam because he hasn't really fully answered the question yet, other than, yes, I reviewed some of it. Well, so the answer is yes, you have reviewed body camera footage. Again, this is starting to smell, but let's see what happens next.
anything from car accidents involving officers with serious injuries to any time an officer discharges a firearm or an officer is shot, our unit is the unit that gets called out.
So is it your job when a police officer is shooting, if a police officer is shot and a citizen is shot, is it your job to critique and look at and see if the police officers did a job that they're supposed to do?
Objection to the
Relevance.
No.
of that question.
Don't answer. When there's an objection, please don't answer.
Are these officers still under investigation?
There's been an objection. Okay. Mr. Berry, apparently nobody heard your objection.
I'm
Would you?
objecting to the relevance of that question. This question was about critiquing whether the officers did a good job. That's not the purpose of this hearing today. So that's my objection to the relevance.
Mr. Olash, I don't mind you defining his job and what he does, but I agree. I am sustaining the objection. So
Can I put my basis for the...
Wait, he didn't even get a chance to respond to it. He objected. She granted it. Okay. He's asking, can I have a response to that? Let's see what she does.
for the
if
question on
you
the
want to
record?
build a foundation and let me know where you're headed.
Well, the reason is he works for the Public Integrity Unit. His job is to do investigation not just on the defendant's behavior, but on the conduct of the police officer.
Correct.
And in this case, the police officers are under investigation. And if he has...
Oh.
reason
Wait a
to
minute.
suspect-
Now you're testifying. So I said I'm going to allow you to build a foundation.
What do you
So-
mean you're testifying? He's giving her the facts. Some of the police officers are being investigated, and immediately she jumps to the defense. Whoa, 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 whoa. No police officers are going to be investigated in my courtroom. Like, you're testifying. He's not testifying. He is providing her with facts about what happened. I am very confused, but let's keep watching.
What question do you want to ask that's going to build the foundation as to where you're headed with this line of questioning?
I'd like to know if the police officers have been completely absolved of misconduct in this case. And if his
That's
answer
not,
is no...
I already
then-
know. Objection. That is not
It's a good
relevant.
question.
This is not a trial, Mr. Olash. This is a probable cause hearing, and we're here to determine whether your client, whether there's probable cause. You know, I don't need to explain this to you, right? The PIU officer or sergeant is not on trial. He's not.
Yes, he is.
It's not a hearing.
They're always on
Yeah,
trial.
Okay, so let's get back on
I'm
track,
just saying, for the record, it's unusual.
sir.
It's
I
unusual
have.
that they don't call a witness at the scene. They call
I don't know
an
whether
officer that
you're
was-
testifying. I'm going to.
What are you talking talking about he's testifying. John is not testifying. He is simply trying to inform the court, and the court is refusing to listen. The judge is refusing to listen to his argument. I don't like where this is headed. I mean, we all know how it ends, but I'm starting to see how we're getting there. There is a lot of animosity, and I don't understand why. This makes no sense at all. The judge should be neutral. She is picking sides. She is saying, basically, without saying it, I am going to pick the prosecution's side, and I'm going to pick the police officer's side, and I'm not going to entertain anything that you have to say because I am not interested. That is extremely uncool. I don't like that.
Was this entire episode from the point of questioning Mr. Thompson regarding the vehicle, the stolen vehicle, to the point where the gunshot was heard, was that an entire episode on body cam?
The Officer Walsh, Officer Turner's body cam start when they are inside their vehicle, and it shows as they approach Mr. Thompson and is on throughout the incident.
Okay. At any point prior to Mr. Thompson being taken to the ground, does the video show Mr. Thompson being non-compliant with any police commands?
Correct. He refused to give his hands. He resisted the whole time for several minutes, and at no point he just kept wanting to ask, why am I under arrest? Why are you doing this to me? And the officers are ordering to place his hands behind his back, and he did not.
Okay, so the officers asked Mr. Thompson to give them his hands, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. At what point in this melee did the officers first request that Mr. Thompson give the police officers his hands? At what point was that first requested?
Well, when Officer Walsh first approached, he grabbed his left hand in an attempt, but an instant struggle ensued.
That's when he was standing up?
Yes, when he was standing up. Went to the ground, and then on the ground, that's when Officer Walsh explained to him that he was trying to detain him for a stolen vehicle, and then he continued to resist after that.
So while Mr. Thompson's on the ground, okay, how is he laying? Is he laying prone, in the prone position?
He's laying in the prone position, face down with his hands underneath his chest.
So he's on his stomach, is that
Yes.
right? And his hands are underneath his stomach, is that right?
Correct.
And the entire time, Mr. Thompson's laying on the ground to the point where you hear the gunshot, both his hands are underneath his stomach, is that right?
Well, at points, officers at some point tried to get him separated, and then he moved his hands back under his torso.
Right, but he never had his hand up voluntarily, is that right?
No.
The video doesn't show that at all, does it?
His hand up voluntarily?
The video shows that Mr. Thompson's lying on his stomach, right?
Yes.
And the video shows that Officer Walsh is restraining him by leaning on his back, is that right?
Yes.
Does the video show while Officer Walsh is restraining Mr. Thompson while he's in the prone position, does the video show that Mr. Thompson's left hand is above his head? Does it show that?
On the neighbor's video, is that what you're referring to?
I'm on any video, police
I'm-
officer
I'm-
video, video
well,
released
what
in
I'm
the
trying to
media.
say is-
You're
so-
the investigator. If you
Yeah.
looked at this video, it
Correct.
doesn't show that his hands above. You just testified that he
Yeah.
had his hands hidden
Correct.
the whole time. Now I'm asking you, does the video show something different than what you're testifying to? Or are you just making this up?
Objection has been made. What's the grounds for your objection, Mr.
Because,
Berry?
there's
An
video
objection.
evidence completely
Mr.
disproves what
Olash.
this man says.
Mr.
This man's
Olash.
claiming that he had his
Mr.
hands tucked
Olash,
on
you're
the
getting
whole
ready
time,
to
and
be
that's not
held
the
in
truth.
contempt. You're getting ready to be held in contempt. When there is an objection, Mr.
Okay, hold on. Things are getting heated. The officer is lying. John caught him in a lie. He's trying to paint it to the judge. Your Honor, there is clearly an issue here. Please let me conduct my inquiry. Okay, there's an objection. Okay, let's address the objection. John is a little bit emotional. He's a little bit emotional. He's a little bit heated. That's fine. Things happen. I mean, it's a courtroom. You have to maintain decorum, sure. But when a man is sitting on the witness stand knowing that there is contradictory video evidence to what he just said, and John is catching him in it, the judge should kind of investigate, officer, can you please explain, because I'm also confused here after she addresses the objection. But things are about to take a turn.
Mr. Olash, you know you're supposed to stop until the court hears the objection. If it happens one more time, I'm going to hold you in contempt of this court. Mr. Berry?
I'm again objecting to the relevance of the question. I believe the question's been asked and answered. Mr. Olash is continuing to badger the witness until he gets an answer that he wants.
No,
Okay.
I'll state that
not an answer that he wants, the truth. He wants the truth, and the officer lady, is refusing to give the truth. Where's the problem?
Mr. Olash. Okay, he's in contempt. We're shutting the
Oh, LMPD has a history of hiding behind video. That is a known fact. Called out. He calls out the department. And what does the judge do? Let's hear it one more time. One more time.
He's continuing to badger the witness until he gets an answer that he wants.
Okay.
I'll state that the Louisville Police
Wait,
Department
Mr.
has a
Olash.
history of hiding behind
Okay, he's in
videos.
contempt. We're shutting the hearing down. This hearing is shut down. You're being held in contempt. All right, take him in. Take him in. We'll have to continue this hearing until Mr. Olash can calm down.
What?
You are being taken in contempt.
Until
We're
Mr.
clearing the
Olash
courtroom. Do
can
we have
calm
another
down?
deputy? Do we need a call for help? We're clearing the courtroom.
12. Can you come up to 203 ASAP? I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, clear the courtroom, please. Clear the courtroom.
I don't
And we'll see
understand.
if Mr. Olash can get it together.
If Mr. Olash can get it together, how about if Judge Langford can get it together? I don't agree with her decision at all. And believe me, if John was in the wrong, it doesn't matter that he's my former partner. I would call him out. I'd be like, John, you're in the wrong. You should have slowed your roll. No, I don't think so. I think John was simply trying to explain to the court, but Judge Langford was hearing things she didn't like hearing. She was hearing things that she didn't appreciate, that she didn't approve of, because she likes the police department. She's a former prosecutor herself in the traffic division for many years until she was elected to the judicial position a few years back. And she's supporting her boys in blue. It is all but evident. All but evident. She was being extremely one-sided during this hearing.
For 1 o'clock.
John is taken away in handcuffs. Wow. Wow.
Yes, you're excused from the stand. If you will please hang around because we probably need to continue this at 1 o'clock, but I'm not going to allow him to scream over anybody in my courtroom.
To
All right, Mr.
scream
Barry.
over anybody?
We are in recess until
It was a heated moment. You have to give a man a little bit of leeway, Judge. You can't just immediately stop everything. I'm regaining control of my courtroom. This is not how you regain control of a courtroom. There are much better and more efficient ways of controlling the courtroom. I mean, if nothing else, this just shows that Judge Langford doesn't have good courtroom management, and she needs to learn how to do that. That's the only thing I can think of. Why else would she behave this way? This is crazy.
1 o'clock. Recess until 1 o'clock.
Will it be back on the docket for today or will it be
Today.
It'll be today.
If Mr. Olash can get it together.
If Mr. Olash can get it together, or if Judge Langford can get it together. Wow. So then we take a short recess, and Judge Langford brings John back into the courtroom. Now, the funny thing is, when this story broke in December of last year, the news didn't cover this portion. They covered the portion I just showed you, the very end of it, of her taking him into custody. But then they smoothed things over. Why doesn't the media ever talk about the finality of things? 3 minutes later, she brings him back into the courtroom. This is what the media didn't show you. Everybody's out. She even took her robe off. You can tell she is wearing her shirt. The gloves are off.
All right, Mr. Olash, we are on the record, and I want to put on the record, sir, that I held you in contempt because I warned you several times. First of all, you know that when someone...
Actually, you did not warn him several times. You warned him once. If you don't stop, I'm going to hold you in contempt, and then you held him in contempt. So that's a lie. You did not warn him several times.
objects that I have to hear the objection and I have to make a ruling. You kept talking over that. You basically beat up on the officer. This has never happened.
You beat up on the officer? You have never seen an officer get beat up in your courtroom, Judge? She's been on the bench for like half a decade. I don't understand how have you never seen an officer get destroyed on the witness stand. I guess I should pay a visit to her courtroom.
Ever in my career, Mr. Olash. And I understand about being a zealous advocate for your client, but
Right.
you were disrespectful to this court.
I don't agree.
Now, I am willing to remove the contempt and release you to come back at 1 o'clock to finish this hearing if you can promise me that I'm not going to have a repeat of that behavior.
No, I will follow all the court orders.
All right, very good. Please release him.
And John made the right move. He could argue with her and explain to her that she's in the wrong, but right now is not the time. He's just like, look, I'm going to do what you want. You're the judge. Let's just call it a day, okay? Smartest move. It's the right move. Good on you, John. He's a bigger man. He took the high road. I respect him immensely for that.
He is free to go. We'll see you back at the top of the hour at 1 o'clock to conclude the hearing. Please don't make me have to send you upstairs, okay? All right, everybody's excused. We're off the record. Thank you.
See, they made nice. Why does the media not show the portions when they make nice? And I'm happy to report that at around 1:15, everybody got back into the courtroom. The courtroom was filled up with all the people who had court that day in December 2024. John came back, concluded the hearing without incident, and that was the end of that story. However, the question remains, did the judge behave properly, or was it John who was out of line? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and as you scroll down, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you get more videos like this in your inbox and on your main YouTube page so that you can see them. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, everybody.